to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel, I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, budget videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I do load a new video. Also, commenting, liking, and sharing this video on your favorite platform does help my channel grow and is truly appreciated. So we are setting up the month of October for our monthly cash envelopes. So let me put this to the side. And this is our savings goal tracker. I'm just going to move this into October. I like to carry it forward with me rather than have its own dedicated spot, mostly just because I can. So I'm going to put this in the back of October. I did set this up. Now I had done some pen testing here, and I thought about putting a sticker over it, but I mean, I like seeing it, so I'm just going to leave it. As you know, I do get paid twice a month. On the first paycheck, it's predominantly going towards my credit card student loan and then some Apple charges I have. And then my second paycheck is where I do housing, cash envelopes, sinking funds, and not as much as I'd like, but any kind of extra debt payment. I am monetized, so if I do get any funds from YouTube, that should be hitting the bank account on the 21st, 22nd. And then if I do get anything from the Amazon affiliates, that will come in the last day of the month. So I did like to just map that out just so I can figure out what's coming in where, because when I do my overall monthly recap, I want to make sure that everything is accounted for. So I already did set the monthly spread, as it were, for my cash envelope weekly check-ins. Now this here, and hold on, the stickers that you saw here, that's actually from the Super Mom sticker books. I am not a mom, but some of those icon stickers and some of the boxes in the back I think are really functional. And then these two here, as well as this here, is from the Wrong sticker book Everyday Mini. This is what my friend Val had gifted to me, as well as these sheets right here. And when I first saw these on YouTube, because they have other styles, I thought, well, that's silliness, but I really like them. So because I'm in here typically every single week, I like putting it in here. And then this here is from the accessory book that I picked up, and it's just one of those post-it notes. It's actually that one right there, because I definitely want to get my money's worth out of this sticker book. And then this one, because I am in here every single week, I just really like looking at the girls. I feel like they're encouraging me to do well. So I just wanted to show you that. And again, Val, thank you so much for that one. I really love it. And so what we're going to do is, as I did on the second paycheck of the month going into the month we're dealing with, so as of the September 20th paycheck, I do take out monies for cash envelopes, and as always, I do $200. I haven't seen a need to put that either up or down, so I mean, this will stay like that for a while. And it is 5s, 10s, and 20s, and that's basically how I'm going to fund my cash envelopes for the month of October. I'm always using money from the previous month for the upcoming month. Now, like I have been doing, I will split this up into 5 piles because there's actually 5 weeks in the month of October. So every one of these weeks gets a 20, and it also gets a 10, and then 2 5s. So every week there is $40 worth of cash. Right? Yeah, $40 worth of cash. So this I will put back into the first pocket. And that's how this was designed. So when I come from the bank, I put this here because I don't really need this until I am doing the setup for the following month. And then week 2, I will put in here so that it's waiting for us next month or for that week. And then week 3, same thing. Week 4, same thing. And week 5, same thing. And then this will be for week 1, hence why I don't need a pocket for week 1. Now I know this is a little bit extra because I know I could just put all of my cash in one pocket, but I like this. I like knowing I can just pull this out next week, easy peasy. And I also like, I've already segmented the money, because if I do put it all in one, I might think, oh, you know, maybe I'll just spend a little bit more this month and or this week and I'll make it up next week. And that never goes well for me. So, I also wanted to point something out. So these are cash dividers that I've made. Now, I do cash dividers. I don't do cash envelopes just because envelopes won't fit in my wallet. Cash dividers will. Now this one, or no, this is the one that I used to be working on, but I got tired of looking at that, but I didn't want to switch them all out. So this one has always just been in there. And I want to show you that you can erase, so to speak, the Sharpie with hand sanitizer or nail polish remover, acetone based. But I just discovered this also works. And why did I discover that? Because this is on my desk, not sure why. And I was too lazy to get up and get my nail polish remover. So, and there must be alcohol in here, and that's why it works. But you just take that and you can erase your writing. So if your categories change, mine didn't, I just wanted to show you, then you just erase the ink and you start all over again. So this is going to be my front one. This one's just going to cruise in the back because I only actually have 3 categories. And this will be for spending. And we'll just do work. And depending on where you are in your journey with me, work doesn't mean that I have to buy my own office supplies. It means if I want to buy my own office supplies because they're super cute, that's what I use that for. But if I'm buying a coffee cream or snacks for the office or pastries for the office, if basically I'm buying something that heads into work but never comes home with me, then I consider that office or work related. I'm always bad at finding the beginning. Now this cash envelope transaction is a free printable on my blog. I will link that below. I think generally it's linked below. And then I just tape this to the back and then I just keep this until it's full. And if it's multiple weeks or even multiple months, that's fine. I know I can get the kind, or I can make the ones that are laminated, but honestly, I don't want to. I like using my little pens, and I like that it's right here. So let's put this to the side, and the categories we have are spending, work, and toiletries. And this week, I believe I need to pick up some coffee cream. We're running low, so I will put $5 in that category. Toiletries, I think we're good for this week anyway. And so for spending, that is $35. And then towards the end of the week, we'll go ahead and, or when I do the recap next week, then I'll see how much I've spent of this money. And if for any reason I do realize, you know what, I need to pick up toiletries or whatever, then I'll just take it out of this category. I know there are some who, if they have a category and there's no money in it, then they just won't buy it. They'll just wait till the next time they do fund it. For me, I want to be able to segment my spending as much as I can, but if something comes up, then I'll use whatever cash is in there. For goal 1, I would like to save $100 as I've been doing. And then for goal 2, I'd like to have the recap done by the 7th. So that would be November 7th. And that's really an arbitrary day because I think that's a work day. So the 31st is Thursday. Oh my God. There's literally a calendar in the thing that I'm looking at. Alrighty, so the 7th is a Thursday, so I will have the recap for October done by the 7th, but whether or not it is filmed by the 7th, I'm not really sure. Here, I do want to buy a new purse. I don't know if I will. There's nothing wrong with my old one, but I do want a new one. So I just put this as a wish list. And then in here, I did do 2 quotes. Now, my monthly visitor is here, and so I'm feeling kind of weird. And I've been really playing the comparison game, and so I wanted to get some quotes that just helped me really focus on my journey and not the journey of anyone else. So the first quote is, "A flower does not think of competing to the flower next to it, it just blooms," and that's by Zen Shin. And the other quote was, "We won't be distracted by comparison if we are captivated with purpose," and that was by Bob Goff. And so I'm hoping that every week I come in here and I just really focus on my journey forward versus, getting distracted by the journeys of others. Because again, this isn't a competition. It's just, I've been feeling kind of weird. So that's it right there. Now the last thing I'm going to end this video with is this I'm going to put away, but week 5, this week right here, we are going to move to savings. And the reason for that is I took that week off to get things ready for the holidays for my shop. So I do want to give myself a leg up and put that towards savings. So today is the 28th, and we're putting $40 in. Now that $100 savings goal, I think, is particularly difficult for the long week months, which sounds kind of weird. But basically, if there's 5 weeks in the month, then it's harder for me to save, especially if I'm at work all 5 weeks. But again, this week or this month, we caught a break, and I am going to just put this here so that I do have a bit of a starting point. Now, if I were working that entire week, then I wouldn't do this, and I just really would strive to cut my spending on a weekly basis. I mean, if I really think about it, the savings goal and adding it to, both my savings tracker here, which, side note, it's a free printable on my website. I'll link that below. But also just, eventually getting that to the bank. This really all helps me. So it's not like I'm, stealing from Peter to pay Paul. It's just sometimes I'm like, well, I don't have that much to begin with. And, I really want this and I really want this and I don't have the money for it. And then sometimes I'm like, of course you have the money. This is all your money. What are you doing? So I don't know. It's just, sometimes I think too much. Sometimes I don't think enough. It's a struggle. All right, guys, for whatever this was, this is my October setup for my cash envelope system. Next week, we'll go ahead and go through transactions. We'll see how week 1 went for the cash envelope side of the house. If you do have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for following me on this journey. And as always, aloha.